Children, see, in phylum Chordata, we saw that there were three subphylums, isn't it? That is Urochordata, then Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. And this Vertebrata is also called as Craniata. Now see, again this subphylum, that is the third one, Vertebrata or Craniata, it is again divided into 6 classes. So which are those 6 classes? Cyclostomata, Pisces, then Amphibia, okay, Reptilia, Aves and Mammals. Now see, in the last video we understood this, that is we saw cyclostomata, Pisces and amphibia, isn't it? These three I explained it to you and I am sure you must have understood, isn't it? And I have shown you some small video clips also regarding this, regarding the general characters of these three. Now today let us start reptilia. Now see, according to the course of animal evolution, these are first true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. See, according to the course of animal evolution. So you have studied evolution, isn't it? Now, according to this animal evolution, these are first true terrestrial animals. Terrestrial animals means what? Animals living on land. Okay, so this were the true terrestrial animals with creeping movement. So you have seen them, how they walk on the walls and all, right? So it's not called as walking, it is the perfect word for that is creeping. Okay, so you have seen them creeping on the walls, right? So these are cold-blooded animals. Again see, this word has come. These are cold-blooded animals. Means what? They change their temperature according to the environment. Okay, so that temperature is not constant. Okay, they creep on the land as their body cannot be lifted up. So what they do? They creep on the land. Why they creep on the land? Because they cannot stand up, isn't it? They cannot, their body cannot be lifted up. Their skin is dry and scaly. Okay, so how is the skin? It is very dry. This is very common, and in your home you have seen this, isn't it? So this how is their skin? It's very dry and it is scaly also. Neck is present between head and trunk. So where is this neck? It is present between the head and trunk. Okay, then external ear is absent. So there is no external ear. Then external means what? Outside ear. Okay, just like how we are having pinna ear, outside ear and all, that is not present in this reptilias. Digits are provided with claws. Okay, so see, you can see the digits. Okay, it's provided with claws. Okay, now examples are tortoise, lizard, snakes, etc. So these are some of the examples of class Reptilia. So students, for better understanding, let us see the general characters of Reptilia again through this video clip.
Class Reptilia. Class Reptilia are the first truly terrestrial animals among the higher group of vertebrates.
Terrestrial
They
means what?
respire
Living
by
on
lungs,
land.
possess integument covered with scales, crawl or creep. They are the first amniotes which lay large yolky and shelled eggs. Their embryo has extra embryonic membranes.
Means what? They
General
lay a lot,
characteristics.
that
They are
is large number
cold-blooded
of eggs
and
at the same time.
poikilothermic animals that live on land.
Cold-blooded
Some
animals.
are aquatic, found both in the fresh water and marine water. Example, crocodile, aquatic, tortoise, aquatic. Body is differentiated into head, trunk, and tail. Skin is dry, rough, and non-glandular, usually with scales, or bony plates. The eardrum, tympanum, is small and depressed. Lungs are the respiratory organ. Teeth are present in all reptile except in tortoises and turtles. Heart is incompletely four-chambered, having two auricles and one ventricle, which is partially divided by a septum.
See, heart is four-chambered. In us also, heart is four-chambered, but it is completely divided into left auricle and right auricle, left ventricle and right ventricle. But here what happens is, it is divided into four chambers, true, but what happens, it's not perfectly divided. The auricles are divided into two, but the ventricles, it is divided only by a septum.
Crocodile heart is four-chambered. They are oviparous, except a few like snakes and lizards that are viviparous. Fertilization is internal and embryo develops extra-embryonic membranes. Two pairs of pentadactyl limbs, 5-digit limbs with clawed digits are present. Limbs are reduced or absent in certain lizards and snakes. Example, Hemidactylus, chameleon, naja, crocodiles, tortoise, etc.
So I'm sure you must have understood this class reptilia, isn't it? And all lizards, snakes and all, you have seen it, very common it is, right? Now class aves, okay? These vertebrates are completely adapted for aerial life. You have seen terrestrial. The meaning of terrestrial is on land, isn't it? But these vertebrates, now which one? Aves. They are aerial. They adapt. Aerial life means what? They fly in the air. Aerial means air. Okay. So these are warm blooded. Okay. So reptiles you saw, they were cold blooded, isn't it? Now these animals, okay, aves, they are warm blooded just like us. Okay. That is homeotherms. That therms means what? Heat. So the temperature of the body is going to be maintained constant. It's going to be constant. It's not going to change according to the atmospheric temperature. That is, they can maintain their body temperature constant. Their body is spindle shaped. Okay, you saw the body of fish was also spindle shaped, isn't it? So what was the use for the fishes of their body being spindle shaped? They could swim in the water very easily. They could resist the force of water, isn't it? With minimum resistance, they could swim in the water. Now here, the birds are going to fly. Now, air, it's going to have a lot of pressure in it, right? Yes, force in it. Now, this spindle shaped body, okay, it's going to help to minimize the air resistance, okay, during flight. Resistance means what? Obstruction. So, air is going to obstruct the flying of the bird. But what is this going to do? The spindle shaped body of the bird, okay, it is going to help the bird to fly in the air, okay, and it is going to minimize the air resistance. Then the forelimbs, okay, forelimbs are modified into wings. Now what is the meaning of forelimbs? Your head is divided into three, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain, isn't it? Forebrain means what? The front portion, okay. Now here forelimbs means what? The front two limbs, okay. Now these two limbs, okay, they are modified into wings. You can see only two pairs of legs here, right? Now this limbs, okay, they are the back limbs, okay. Now the forelimbs should have been here, but they are modified into what? Wings, okay. Now digits are covered with scales and bear claws. Okay, so the digits which are there, okay, you can see the digits over here. They are covered with scales. Okay, there are scales on the this one on the digits. Okay, there are scales on the digits like this. Okay, now see, and they bear claws also. Exoskeleton is present in the form of feathers. Okay, the exoskeleton, the outer skeleton, you can see over here, the outer skeleton which is there. Okay, it is in the form of feathers. Feathers are present on the upper part of the body. Neck is present between head and trunk. You can see this is the neck, this is the head, and this is the trunk, isn't it? Yes, so in between the head, okay, so this is the trunk. Now in between the head and trunk there is this neck. Jaws are modified into beak. Okay, see, you can see the jaw is not present here. Instead, what is there? Yes, you can see it is modified into beak, isn't it? Beak is present in the birds. So instead of jaws, okay, beak is present. That is, jaws are modified into beak. Examples are peacock, parrot, pigeon, duck, penguin, etc. So these are some of the examples. You have seen peacock, parrot, pigeons, ducks, penguins, sparrows. You have seen many kinds of birds, isn't it? Yes. So you can that is observe all these general characters by observing them. Now see, let us see a small video clip, the general characters regarding this class aves.
Class Aves. All birds belong to the class Aves. It is derived from the Latin word avis, meaning birds. Birds are the highest evolved vertebrates and come in almost the same line as mammals.
See, remember, okay, the word, this word which is there, aves, okay, the meaning of this is what? Birds in the Latin.
These are warm-blooded vertebrates with exoskeleton of feathers. Aves are adapted for aerial mode of life. General characteristics. They are warm-blooded animals and tetrapodous vertebrates adapted for aerial mode of life. Body is covered by feathers. Cutaneous glands are absent. Lungs are the respiratory organ. The body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Urinary bladder is absent and excretes solid uric acid. Forelimbs are modified into wings for flight. Hind limbs support the body and also adapted for walking, swimming or perching, and bear claws. Narrow jaws are modified to form horny beak. Teeth are absent. Bony endoskeleton is delicate and light due to air cavities. Most of the bones are fused. Heart is four-chambered with 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. Cloaca is present. They are oviparous. Eggs are large with yolk and hard calcareous shell. Fertilization is internal. They have highly developed voice, hearing and vision. They also have specialized sense for nest building and care for the young. Example, corvus, crow, columba, pigeon, struthio, ostrich, apteryx, kiwi, Psittacula, parrot, pavo, peacock, bubo, owl, passer, house sparrow, etc.
Now see the last class, that is the 6th class of this chordates is class Mammalia. The first character, see, presence of mammary glands is typical character of mammalia. Okay, so this mammary glands, okay, they are very typical character of all mammals. These animals are warm blooded. Okay, so the animals, okay, they are warm blooded animals. So we are all warm blooded animals. That is, our body temperature is going to be constant. It's not going to change according to the environment. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Okay, so body, it is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Digits are provided with nails. Okay, so the digits which are there, you are having nails, right? So digits are provided with nails. Claws we are having, right? Or claws are there, or hooves are there. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur. Okay, so the exoskeleton, okay, they contain hairs, or some animals, okay, they contain this fur also. Examples are elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc. Now see, once again let me tell you the characters, the presence of mammary glands. Okay, presence of mammary glands. This is a very important character. Okay, the presence of mammary glands. So see, that is, they give birth to an egg once. Okay, and for feeding they have mammary glands. So this is a very typical character of mammalia. Then these animals, they are warm blooded animals. Body, again it is divided into head, okay, neck. So head is there, neck is there, trunk is there and tail is there. Digits are provided with nails. Okay, so the digits of hands and legs, they contain nails, okay, claws or hooves. So in horses and all, hooves are there. Exoskeleton is in the form of hairs or fur might be present. So examples: elephant, human, kangaroo, dolphin, bat, etc. Now see, in the figure you can see class Mammalia. Okay, bat is shown to you. You can see the eyes shown. This is the patagium. Okay, then legs are there and this is the body. So remember, bat is the only animal or only mammalia, we must say, okay, which can fly. So students, let us see a video clip on mammalia.
Class Mammalia. The highly advanced and organized animals among vertebrates are mammals. The presence of mammary glands are the characteristic features of mammals. The name Mammalia comes from the Latin words mammi, meaning breasts. Most of the mammals are viviparous. They give birth to young ones. Some are oviparous, egg-laying mammal. Example, duck-billed platypus. General characteristics. They are warm-blooded or homeothermic animals. Body is covered with hairs, sweat glands and sebaceous glands. Hairs and subcutaneous fat form an insulating layer. Lungs are the respiratory organ. A completely four-chambered heart is present. The body is divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Urea is the excretory product. Females have mammary or milk-producing glands which secrete milk. They are the only animals which nourish their young ones with milk. External ear or pinny is present. Forelimbs and hind limbs are present. Each limb has 5 or less digits, ending with nails, claws or hoofs. They are modified for walking, running, flying, climbing, burrowing and swimming. Dentition are of Thecodont, embedded in sockets in the jaws, and heterodont, differentiated into incisors, canines, premolars, and molars type. Thorax and abdomen are separated by a muscular diaphragm. Mammals are viviparous. Fertilization is internal. The embryo is attached to the uterine wall by placenta, which provides nourishment and oxygen to the embryo. Parental care is highly developed. They live in all kinds of habitat. They are primarily terrestrial animals. Example: Macropus, kangaroo; bat, Elephas, elephant; Ursus, bear; Canis, dog; Funambulus, squirrel; Camelus, camel; Balena, whale, etc.
Okay, now see, we have studied reptiles, aves, and mammalia today. Now, next is use your brain power. Animals like gharial and crocodile live in water as well as on land. Are they amphibians or reptiles? Now, see, this amphibians, they were the first one to invade land, okay, but they are not fully adapted for the terrestrial life. But these animals, gharial and crocodile, they are fully adapted to live on land, and that is why they should be included in reptiles and not under amphibians. Now, animals like whale, walrus live in water, that is oceans, whether they are included in species or mammalia. Now see, this animals, okay, whale and walrus, they give birth to young ones, okay, and that is why, pieces, they don't give birth to young ones, they lay eggs, isn't it? That is why this animals like whale and walrus, they must be included under mammalia. Okay, now use of information technology. So with the help of information technology, okay, internet, you are going to prepare the presentation of animal classification using video clips downloaded from internet. So you can present, okay, you can do a presentation regarding this animal classification, how you can use video clips, okay, which are downloaded from the internet. Then books are my friends. You are going to read the book The Animal Kingdom, okay, written by Libby and Hyman, and some other similar books you are going to read. Then always remember, okay, varieties of animals are found in our surroundings. We should be cautious about not causing any harm to animals during their studies and observation. Okay, that is, many of them are interested, okay, in studying this regarding in the animals. You want to find more and more information regarding the animals found in our surroundings. But when you are observing them, when you are studying about them, okay, you have to be cautious. Means what? You have to be very careful that you do not cause any harm to any of the animals, okay, during your study. Okay, now I have completed the lesson, okay. Complete this exercise and send the photo of that on my number.